Ah, how's everybody doing? Well, having bagel with cream cheese and butter, ham egg sandwich, and before that, had a whole bowl of cocoa pebbles. Gotta eat. Losing too much motherfucking weight because of this. And of course, my hard-boiled eggs. Guys, are you hearing what's happening at the Gaza Israel Strip? These people are at it again. Do you believe that? Well, I normally don't talk about world politics on my site unless I absolutely have to, you know, because things are going to happen in nature that are supposed to happen, right? You got to let nature take its course, right? But what's happening? They're bombing each other again. And this time it's bad. Well, I had a dream. Oh my God, the thought is so heavy. I mean, I had a dream. And it's not a Martin Luther King speech. Sorry about that. Good morning. Hasna, thank you. Natalie, Michael, Neil Carrion, hey, Lydia, Me Natural Beauty. Good morning to you guys. Yeah, how are you, Fabiola? I love macadamia nut coffee. Love it. That escalation that's happening right now at the Gaza Strip is going to bring about a cataclysmic event. They're fighting each other left and right, and it's bad. It's bad. Are you guys seeing the news in the morning? See, I'm up at 5 in the morning. I could not believe what I was seeing. Don't ignore what's going on there. You're right, Lydia. You all read what Lydia put there? Bullies don't usually stop unless they are made to. Well, Lydia just hit on a point right there. Natalie Sergi, 7 years of tribulation, or what's coming is a lot more than that. There's going to be an earthquake. Mother Nature, I always say this. Mother Nature will always play her last card. A devastating earthquake. So, 2021, Mother Nature is about to erupt. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and they told me this too, my archons, that if this fighting in the Gaza Strip doesn't stop, and it won't stop, that part of the world is going to be responsible for a lot of calamities and casualties out here in the West. In my dream, the earth shook. Like it shook and it's wobbled. Like something hit it so hard, either through CERN, 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 they're trying to do that particle accelerator. I keep having dreams about CERN. The one with they're trying to recreate the Big Bang here on Earth. These stupid motherfuckers. They're going to end up hurting the Earth. In my dream, I saw that CERN blow up like an accident. The particle accelerator to split the atoms into their neutrino parts releases tremendous energy. And they are trying very hard to create that down here, or at least that's what they tell us. Now, I believe that is actually true. Guys, remember, I had mentioned to you, and it's in my videos and in my prior videos, that man has learned to manipulate the weather. I didn't give it too much thought until the situation with the grid here in Texas. Shit kept falling off. Shit kept falling off. Ship kept falling off. Let me rephrase. It's going to get very bad. Yes, at CERN, they have the statue of Shiva. Now, remember, many, 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 many millions of years ago, there was an intergalactic battle here. Remember? I mentioned that in my videos, where there were extraterrestrial entities from other planetary systems using the Earth as a battlefield. That's just real. Now, we talked about that, so I'm not going to repeat it. Well, at CERN, what they're telling you is that they want to recreate the Big Bang. That's a lie. That's a lie. In my dream, and I had this dream last night. In my dream, They told me that those weaponry of those times past is the weaponry that they're trying to develop today. They're saying that it is a particle accelerator and that they're trying to recreate the Big Bang. They say that because they need funding and they need to justify the billions of dollars that they have to spend to create this particle accelerator. That's the excuse that they tell you, but that is not real. That is not true. They want to recreate the weaponry that was experienced here millions of years ago. They want to tap back into that type of nuclear energy that existed millions of years ago through other gods of other star systems that came here. This is why CERN is so hush hush and kept secret. They don't want to tell you the real deal behind CERN and what they're trying to do. They want to recreate that kind of cosmic mass destruction. In the book of Revelation, it talks about, the ending of our solar system, the crashing down of everything. And when the Son of Man cometh, he shall come like a thief in the night. That is a coded language. What can come like a thief in the night and catch us off guard, undetected? I mean, think about it. With all the technology that we have, we send the rover to Mars again. We have done so many things, so many great achievements, right? So, why create CERN? It's another method or another way to dominate the world. But what's going to happen is that it's going to backfire. And that CERN machinery or center that they have there, I believe it's in Switzerland. I forgot at the moment now. Something's going to go wrong. And the whole thing is going to explode, causing a hole on the earth, throwing the earth off balance, causing the earth to lose 1/3 of itself. And we're going to have an ocular view or a vintage view of the stars in the heavens. 1/3 the stars, 1/3 the sun, 1/3 the moon. It's a revelation. Something's going to strike and it's going to give us 1/3 view of everything. For that to occur, either the moon will be struck or the earth will be struck. But it's something that's happening from the earth that will cause the hole. And it's the CERN. The CERN. If there's an earthquake in that part of Switzerland where CERN is, that can detonate that and explode it. And if that happens, there we go. There we go. Do you know how much TNT or how much nuclear or hydrogen bombs are contained within these little particle atoms? It would destroy the earth for sure. And if it doesn't destroy it, we would certainly will be killed off. Something like that with the radiation and the successive earthquakes that it will cause and the atmosphere, it'll put the earth back to the Polarian epoch, volcanic, molten. We'll be thrown right back to the beginning of the pre-Paleolithic period. I'm doing good, thank you guys. Thank you, I'm pretty good. So it is Cuban nuclear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always good to hear that. Yes, of course I believe in God, Tiffany. So something created me. Of course I do. I just don't believe in God. I believe that there are many gods. And of course, I believe in the ultimate God. So the answer to that is yes, I do. Oh, well, I don't live in fear. Do I look like I live in fear? I don't live in fear at all. Although now I'm trying to live more cautiously because I live without fear. You know, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That doesn't mean that I haven't been afraid at some point in my life, but we all experience that. And we all have to experience that. But do you guys understand? There is something going on. You know, COVID-19, no, because they're doing different strands of COVID-19 to kill you faster. You know, and of course they're just talking now on the news that the people who have been vaccinated, they're closely monitoring them to see if they get sick or not. If you have to look at that and decide that after you've distributed the vaccine worldwide, then damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Now, it's interesting that I did a video on the millennials, right? And this goes in keeping with that video because uh, the situation with CERN is very troubling. And the planetary signature that symbolizes that kind of destruction is Uranus. And Uranus is in Aquarius. So this could be the big one that will occur either in this decade or in the coming decades to come. But for sure, something's coming. Something's coming. We've had enough of these wars. And it's getting worse. The thief in the night that the Bible talks about, and I've made reference to this before, but the reason why I'm doing a video and discussing it again is because I don't want you to forget that I had a video like that before, and I want to show you how things can progress to something that could be a nightmare and happen to us suddenly without warning. Actually, we've been getting warnings all along. It's like they have us so distracted with everything else that's going on purpose so that we don't see what the left hand is doing. So let's keep the right hand busy so he doesn't see what the left hand is doing. So that's really what I had to say. There is an earthquake that's going to hit us. And that's going to ignite, detonate these nuclear arsenals that are here in our planet. They also told me that there is a meteor heading this way. I mentioned that also on my videos before. And I'm mentioning it again to let you know that it's approaching because they're letting me know again. Yeah, I'm shedding. I'm shedding. I think it's part of the meds, the withdrawal too. So I'm shedding. So, hey, listen, you do what you got to do. So, you understand? So there's a lot going on. There's a lot brewing. There's a lot brewing. I don't know when, and they didn't tell me where. But the fact that this Gaza Israel strip is starting all over again, and it's just as intense now as it was. And the Bible, this is the part of the Bible where I have to question, right? that the 7 days of tribulation or the tribunal will occur in that part of the world. I love you too, Nay Williamson. Thank you. Hey, Felix, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing series of surgeries. I did one, did two, and I'm going to New York today. I fly out this afternoon to finish the rest of my procedures, secure my apartment, and then come back to Sugarland in 2 or 3 weeks, if God permits. Yes, very few people have the gift to see the Bible in its real coded message. But in the Bible, it does talk about CERN. If you look at what's happening in world events and you read certain books in the Bible, certain passages, it does parallel what's happening. So it's crazy that the media that's heading this way is going to come like a thief in the night, just like Jesus said when the Son of Man cometh. And the meteor will not be detectable. It will not be seen by our space probes. And it will be coming from behind the sun. You know, they have not explored what's behind the sun. Impossible. Whatever's going to come at us is going to come from the sun. It says, when the Son of Man cometh, every eye will see him. The only thing that can occur where every eye will see him has to be a stellar phenomenon where you can see it in the day and you can see it at night and you can see from any latitude or longitude on the planet. Something that happens in the heavens, all of us are going to see it, day or night. So that right there gives you a clue that whatever's going to hit us is going to come from the stars. But we're also going to create our own hell here by exploiting something so bad. It's in the book of Revelation. There's an explosion that's going to occur here that we have done, that's going to make a hole in the earth so deep. And from there will rise other beings from Middle Earth. Of course, it'll be spiritual. But then he talks about monsters coming from the ground. That's symbolic. And that can mean either the extraterrestrials landed here and take over and kill us, or these are beings that have been here that will come up from the underneath the earth, like the ant people. But the Bible mentions how they look like, and with weaponry, killing us, and zapping us. It's in the book of Revelation. These big monsters, man, beast, and they got breastplates and armors, and they got these things that they attack man with, and he goes, It's something out of science fiction. In Revelation, yes. What the fuck are these people? They gotta be beings from other systems that will finally come here and give us a taste of our own medicine. It's deep. It's deep. So it's important that I had this little chat with you, and just keeping you alert, keeping you abreast of what's happening. Don't sleep on the news. Real or fake news. It won't matter. At some point, it won't matter. But Mother Nature is becoming angry. And when Mother Nature gets angry, she erupts. And we haven't had a good scare in a while. Mother Nature is not going to continue to allow the raping of her soil. These bombings are like a woman being raped, gang raped. It's an assault on the planet. And in the occult, and I talk about it in my occult classes. And this is something that I cannot tell you or could not tell you. Because number one, even though it's part of the secret society, I myself wasn't sure or wasn't clear. I actually wasn't even comfortable discussing it with you because it would just be too outrageous, you know, almost sensational. I know I should let it do me, but I haven't had time, and I gotta go and take care of all kinds of things before I get on my flight today. But I'm tired of living in a hotel, even though this is a very cute hotel. It's a cute little number, you know. It looks like an apartment. You know, my office there, my bed, you know. Yes, a little more money there, but God, the other hotel was. But anyway, understand that we have what's called in occult philosophy the 7 terrifying secrets of nature. But I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one. The earth is a living being. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know? Take a minute. Let it sink in. Take a minute. Take a minute. Do you believe that the earth is a living being? Yes. The earth is a living being. It is the lower Gaia of the higher Gaia. The earth itself is the imagination of Gaia made manifested form by the male gods. When you walk down the street and you spit in the floor or you throw garbage on the ground, it's an assault against nature. The dogs, the animals, they have an excuse. They don't have consciousness the way we do. So they can get away with it, but we can't get away with it. The thing is that we have not been told these mysteries because, again, the church, thank you very much. But I can't be too hard on the church in this respect. I think the church had the right idea in protecting these mysteries from the sheep where they can hurt themselves with this type of knowledge. So yeah, the church does have a responsibility to keep these secrets away from those who are not prepared to receive it, or what the Jewish people call the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah means to receive. The sheep is not ready to receive Kabbalah. You have to be an initiate and be initiated into the mysteries. And that takes an evolution and many incarnations to get to that level of evolution spiritually. And then you can walk this earth with wisdom, silent wisdom, and grace. knowing that everything around you, including the ground you walk on, is sacred space. The Confucians, when they walk, they have a broom with them and they sweep everywhere they walk so that they don't step on ants or creepy crawlers. That's how much respect and reverence they have for the planet and for Mother Earth and nature. The Tibetan Buddhists understand this, and so do many spiritual gurus. The Native Americans, who are big protectors of nature, understand this mystery. The earth is a living being. Of course it is. The earth is a living being. And guess what a dog does? You know when a dog has had enough fleas, what does it do? Does it look like this? Or with its feet? Well, that's what Mother Nature does too. What do you think earthquakes are? Tidal waves, tsunamis, typhoons, twisters, mudslides, blizzards, and severe weather that can tear man a new one. That's Mother Nature keeping us in check. Like a dog, flapping his fur to shake off the fleas. We are the fleas to Mother Nature. Irritant. So guess what's going to happen if these bombings continue? Mother Nature is going to put a bomb on us. And who will be able to withstand Mother Nature's anger? Because there's nowhere to run. You run over here, the mudslide will get you. You run over there, the tsunami will get you. You run over here, the earthquake. You run down here, the twister. Or what about the forest fires? There's nowhere to run. Mother Nature becomes like the villain in a horror movie. And all 12 people are running from the killer. And you all know that you're all going to die one by one. So, the killer, he's like, he kills the weak one. Don't be screaming, "Hey!" That's always the one the killer goes first. Bitch, don't scream. That's the one they go for always. So Mother Nature is like that. Mother Nature is like that. Yeah. So this was a little distressing. But I'm just giving you a heads up. Guys, if you want to see the Archon Bloodline Part 2, it's in Patreon. And all of the other chakra videos are in Patreon. I gave you the introduction on YouTube, and then the other harder videos are in Patreon. And then, of course, the VIMEO are the ones that are being sold through Twitter and through Instagram. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. Always good to donate. 347-485-6258 through Zelly or through PayPal, Keisha Farmer. Those two methods, no Cash App. And I will be in New York in a couple of hours. I'll be in New York in a couple of hours. I'll show you my new apartment so you guys can see it. And, I guess I got to turn the lights on, right? Call Con Edison. Do all those things myself, right? So I'm starting a new chapter. There is Zelly, 347-485-6258. Or PayPal. Got me/Keisha. Did I spell that right? I'm always, farmer. Okay, Keisha Farmer. Okay, very good. A couple of announcements. If you want to register for the School of Astrology, um, the registration has been open. You know that it closes. It closes in 2 more weeks. 60 people have applied. I only take 12, and 7 are already filled up. So there is 4 more slots open. So if you guys want to enter the school, register now and go to fernandoprudhomme at Gmail and say that you are definitely interested, so we could send you the application, right? And give you the details. Okay, and I only accept 12. Last semester, I got 4 active students here and another 5. So every year, the school runs yearly. So we choose 10 students now, and we're not going to choose another 10 until the following year. So we groom 10 at a time. So there's been a huge application turnout. That's why we have to be very selective. It's a 5-year program. 5-year program. And it meets every day, every single day, an hour and 15 minutes from Monday to Friday. And I give a lot of homework. And then there's a 3-year, a 2-year residency. Once you complete the certificate is 2 years, but the program is 5. Because when you get the certificate after 3 years, after 3 years, you get a certificate, but you don't get the license after 5 years or 2 additional years. Because you need residency, you need supervision. Before we let you out the gate, we need to make sure that you are a professional and that you've learned what you needed to learn. And like a doctor who finishes medical school and then he does residency, well, it's the same situation here with astrology, because you may be meeting clients that have mental health issues and serious issues who might be under psychiatric care themselves. And if you don't have that kind of training and background, then that needs to be taught to you here at the school so you can approach astrology in a relaxed way, or if it's serious, in a clinical way. And we teach our clinical principles, and there will be clinicians also on staff that will teach that part of astrology. And I'm putting a course together so I can do it, since I was a former clinician myself, and Miss Farmer, and I will recruit a few others. No. So if you want to be a student, you know where to find me. Again, I will be streaming live in New York. Yes. Okay. Let me put my email address for those who are interested in the school. You got to take the occult courses, which is a prerequisite before taking the astrology classes. And that's why the deadline is before the end of this month, because you need those classes before we begin in July. So you have time for the courses, for the occult courses. And then we enter the curriculum in July for the students that are locking in now. If you don't have your core courses under your belt, then you cannot enter the school. That has to come first. That's why we have to select you now, and then have you take these courses. Okay, let's see. There we go. Fernando Prudhomme at Gmail. Right? You can inquire there. Oh no, you don't inquire, because I'm already giving you the information. I will give you further information from the website, because we're fixing that up, and we've been working on that daily now for months. Okay, to direct you to the site, and then get you squared away. Have the payment, how much it costs. We do have monthly payment plans, to pay it. So everything is pretty good. The program is $10,000. It's $10,000, and it's for example, for the 5 years, it covers the 5 years. 10 grand is not a lot of money for 5 years, meeting every single day. We have a payment plan. So it averages out to about $3,334 a year, because you pay for the 3-year certificate program and then the 2-year residency that's added to it. Right? So the tuition is $1,000, and that leaves you $2,400. $2,400. Yeah. And then we divide the $2,400 times 12. So your payment plan will be $200 a month for the year, until the following year, where you register again and pay the $1,000, and then break it down again monthly. So it's affordable. $200 a month is affordable versus paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 tuition at an accredited school. I wish we had astrology in these colleges and universities here in the United States, but they don't. The reality is that they don't. There are no certificate programs in colleges and universities in the United States that can offer astrology. So we as astrologers have to create it ourselves. So there we go. And I hope I talk to you soon, guys. You know what to do. I'll see you soon.